Good morning, Chicago. My first time in the Windy City, and I'm thoroughly impressed. Beautiful city. My name is Salvatore Friscia, and I am a property management social media pioneer. I'm also the owner of 2 residential property management companies in sunny San Diego Premier Property Management and Tenant Finder. And I'm also a longtime Buildium client, so for many of you in the room, we have a lot in common. So I'm here today to not only talk about the importance of social media marketing, but to share with you how we use social media marketing in our companies in San Diego. So when people ask me why I got started using social media marketing, I usually tell them because I felt like I didn't have a choice. But I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why I specifically chose social media marketing for my property management companies. I wanted to stop competing and start dominating. Now, I know that sounds like a strong statement, but it's true. See, I wanted to stop doing the same thing every other company in San Diego is doing, and I wanted to start dominating my local market. Obscurity. One of the biggest problems we have as property managers is that nobody knows who we are. When people are looking for property management, what do? They go to Google, they type in property management Chicago, property management San Diego. Nobody knows who we are. And I wanted to break the chains of obscurity, and I wanted to be top of mind. When somebody mentioned rental property or San Diego or property management, I wanted to be included in that conversation. I wanted to be top of mind. And this, guys, you'll probably understand here, I was tired of paying for leads that I had little or no control over. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Thumbtack, Yelp. You pay for the lead, but they're still beating you up every step of the way. They're still qualifying you. I wanted people to want to work with me, who wanted to use my services, who were eager to use my property management services. I posted this recently, and I know that I confused a lot of property managers, and from some of the looks on your faces, I see that I confused a few people here today too. If you're still talking about property management on social media, you're losing. Think about that for a second. If you're still talking about property management on social media, you're losing. Now allow me to explain for a second. Here's why you shouldn't be talking about property management on social media. Guys, I'm going to be real. It's boring and dry. I'm a property manager, and I'm going to say that. Property management is boring and dry, or can be at times. Nobody goes on social media to talk about property management or to hear about it. They go on there to catch up with friends and family, or they want to argue about politics or see who had the best vacation recently, but nobody's going on social media to talk about or hear about property management. And 3, we should all be trying to be real people, personable and relatable, instead of companies trying to push our property management services. Now you think about it, some of the biggest companies and brands in the world are paying big money right now to what they call dumb down their marketing so that they're more relatable on a personable level. Along those same lines, one of the biggest traps that property managers fall into is posting the low-hanging fruit of their rental property across all their social media platforms. Now, we've all seen this. House after house after house, red door, living room. Now, honestly, unless you are managing multi-million-dollar luxury properties, that gets old pretty fast. Now, don't get me wrong. You should be marketing your rental property portfolio, but if your entire feed consists of houses, then it may be time to reconsider your property management social media strategy. So what should we be talking about then? 3 simple words, guys. Tell your story. So powerful. Tell your story. As property managers, we all relatively do the same thing. Now, there are varying degrees of how well we do it, and Google reviews will let a lot of us know that, but for the most part, we all typically do the same thing. But the one thing that can separate each and every one of us in the industry and in this room is our individual story and the culture of the companies that we either work at or we either own. So what does that mean to tell your story? Well, if you were to look at my social media, you would see a great mix of lifestyle and personal lifestyle and business posts and videos. You may even see my wife and I down at the beach enjoying a sunset. You might see my entire family on a Saturday night at the mall enjoying a San Diego evening. You might even see us on places like Las Vegas and Palm Springs enjoying a vacation. We mix our personal lifestyle and our business. Office culture, team members, events, this is gold. Highlight people on your team that are doing a great job. If somebody in your office rents out a property very quickly, highlight them. Show them, give them kudos. Office culture, very important. Show people what the inside of your office looks like. We have people who know our team members by name. They've never done business with us. When they call and they're ready to sign a property management agreement, they've seen the inside of our office. They know our team members by name. And show your city and community. This is so big. Now, guys, I'm very fortunate. I live in San Diego, California. How many people have been to San Diego, California? Lots of hands. All right. So you guys, you know how beautiful it is. It's 74 and sunny most of the time. The beaches are incredible. You know, we have a modern downtown that's hip, it's cool. But I'll tell you what, Chicago's beautiful too. And as I mentioned, it's my first time here. I went out last night, had a great time. I saw the city, it's beautiful. We should all be trying to show our city and our community and being ambassadors for the places that we are renting properties at and managing properties. Be ambassadors for those communities. Let people know and be an ambassador to where when they think of you more than just a property management company. You're a go-to for whatever city or community that you are managing property in. So I want to share with you a video here that we created from our weekly rewind. It shows you a little bit about how we mix our telling our story. So you know, Liz, I'm really excited about our new La Jolla rental.
Me too, I love it. It's so beautiful.
It certainly is. And you know, the Muirlands is definitely one of my favorite La Jolla neighborhoods.
Absolutely. It's awesome.
Let's go show that property.
Let's go.
So from one of our favorite neighborhoods in La Jolla, the Muirlands is definitely one of our favorite neighborhoods downtown, Little Italy. Let's go check it out. There's always so much to do in Little Italy, whether it's enjoying the great bistros and eateries or the Saturday morning farmers market.
Hi, Elizabeth here with San Diego Premier Property Management. Welcome to our Aqua Vista 2-bedroom condo in the heart of Little Italy, renting for $23.95 a month.
And that's a wrap on another weekly rewind from La Jolla to Little Italy. We're covering San Diego.
Check us out for worry-free property management.
Alright, what'd you guys think? Cute, right? Happen to be a little biased, but I thought it was cute. Let's break that down for a moment, though. In the beginning, you saw that we spoofed on ourselves a little bit, totally not scripted. It's my wife and I, you know, we're semi-formal. I'm in a jacket, she's in a dress. We're in an affluent part of San Diego called La Jolla, and we're showcasing a property. We go through the property pretty quickly. It's actually secondary. We're showing the neighborhood and the beach, and you saw the ocean in the back and the palm trees, and it's California. And then we transition all the way down to downtown, and we show a 2-bedroom condo that we have in the Little Italy area of San Diego. And we go through that property as well, but once again, we transition to the community, and we show the neighborhood and the farmer's market, and then we changed our attire. We're a little bit, I'm in a polo and jeans, and we then have the kids come in at the end, and we're walking through the farmer's market. The point is that we are marketing those properties, but we're doing it secondarily to the fact that we're showing the community, and we're showing that we know those areas and that we know San Diego. So it's not the same boring, let me show you the kitchen, walk you through the bathroom and the living room. We added a little bit to it, and we're showing the authority of the fact that we know those areas and we know San Diego, and that's a good reason why you would want to utilize our services, because we understand the La Jolla and we understand the Little Italy area. So you notice that video was pretty short. Most of our content is between 2 and 4 minutes, and that's by design. That video was actually 1 minute and 47 seconds to be exact. The reason why that video was 1 minute and 47 seconds is because we created it for the platforms that we put our content on. So Sarah mentioned a couple of platforms, a few platforms, I believe. You're going to see the similar here, Facebook and Instagram. I have video on there. It's not a platform, but it's so critical to all the platforms that we're going to talk about. So Facebook, when Sarah mentioned earlier, how many people are on Facebook? Most of the hands went up. That's pretty typical. Facebook has been around 15 years already. By now, most property managers have been on the platform for at least the last 6, so you understand how it works. How many people, let's dive a little bit deeper, how many people actually have a Facebook business page or a Facebook group page? Okay, more than I expected. Great. So if you've noticed lately that Facebook has become a little bit more difficult on their business pages to get reach and to get engagement. And the reason for that is Facebook needs to generate income, and if you are going to put content on their business pages, they want you to either boost it or run Facebook ads. So there's less content reach and engagement on Facebook business pages. A great way to circumvent that is by creating a group page or a community page and allowing people, third parties, outside people to post their rental properties as well as potential tenants to post on there that they're looking for properties. It becomes an incubator, a great way to get leads off of those Facebook groups or those Facebook community pages. And it's a great way to circumvent the pay-to-play scenario that Facebook has implemented on their Facebook business pages. Let's take a look here at Instagram. For some reason, when I talk about Instagram all across the country, I get major pushback from property managers. And honestly, guys, I don't know why. Instagram has 1 billion users. They just recently surpassed 1 billion users. Think about that for a moment. 1/7 of the planet is on Instagram. And as property managers, I think we need to be. Instagram is also owned by Facebook, heavily integrated. So Instagram is owned by Facebook. If you're running an ad on Instagram, you can create, monitor, and edit that ad using the Facebook Ads Manager. Makes complete sense. Video. As I mentioned, video is not a platform, but it is critical to all the platforms. It is every algorithm's best friend. If you are going to have success with social media marketing, you are going to need to use video across all the platforms. It's just plain and simple. It's the way it is. With Facebook, you have Facebook Live. You can also put pre-recorded video on Facebook. Instagram, you have Instagram Live. They've also rolled out recently IGTV. And every other platform, I believe, except for LinkedIn, has a live version, but rest assured, LinkedIn will probably roll one out shortly. So video is so important. They say by 2020, 80% of all mobile content will be in the form of a video. So now is the time to get those skills and learn how to create those videos and get those videos up, because it will be the go-to for all of these platforms. So this is an important slide. If you're taking notes, write this down or just take a picture of the screen. Regardless of what social media platform you are putting content on, take into consideration the acronym CAVE. C-A-V-E. Community, awareness, value, and educate. For community, highlight people in your local as well as your online community that are doing incredible things. Spotlight people who have supported your business and your brand, and watch your community grow. Awareness. They say that we need to keep introducing ourselves until we no longer need to introduce ourselves. Well, guys, as property managers, we just need to keep introducing ourselves. People need to be aware of who you are and what you do. And if they are not, how can they do business with you? You need to make sure that you put yourself in your videos and your pictures. Make people aware of who you are. Be that top of mind when it comes to property management. Value. So important. It's not what we can get from people, but it's what people can get from us. If you are not providing value, there is no reason for people to continue to consume your content. Think about that. If we're listening to a song, or if we're watching a show on TV and it becomes boring, what do? We change the channel. You don't want people changing the channel on your content. You want them coming back looking for more. And educate. Educate's important, but it gets misconstrued as educate in terms of best practices. Now, it is important to teach best practices, so you want to show people the best way to conduct a move-in, move-out inspection or to handle a security deposit return. But I mean educate in the form of why you love doing what you do. I said that one time in a presentation, and somebody said, well, I don't love property management. I said, all right, well then educate people on why they should rent that property or why that community is great. If you have a 2-bedroom in Wrigleyville, educate people on where the best eateries are, what they can do on a Friday night. If you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Lincoln Park, educate them on where the nearest dog park is. Let them know. Educate them, become the go-to as an ambassador for that community, and educate people on why they should want to rent that property or why they should use your services as a property management company. And this leads me to the Property Management Social Media Bootcamp course. So 4 months ago, I created the Property Management Social Media Bootcamp course for property managers. It is a course, an online course. It's 4+ hours teaching Facebook, Instagram, and video for property managers on how to get leads, extend your reach, and build your business and your brand. And the course is a learn at your own pace. Has a free private Facebook group that goes along with it. And there are 5 collaborators that have joined me in the course. They're some of the best and brightest real estate social media influencers that go over everything in detail, all the way down to creating Facebook ads specifically for property management, to how to set up your Instagram and how to integrate everything in Instagram so that you are actually getting leads from Instagram, which we do. So I have more information on that, which will be in the help room, and I'll also be available after the presentation if you're interested in anything on that to talk about, as well as at the round table during lunchtime. So guys, I want to thank you so much. My name is Salvatore Friscia, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.